So, moving on to Obama, fam.
Oh, fam, you let the cat out of the bag. Obama Day. Why the movement is stuck and cannot move forward. And this is a big thing we talk about. Obama Day. We have to stop praising a warmonger who hurt the poor and the minorities. And despite being a warmonger and a Wall Street hack and a tool of Big Pharma, people can't stop praising him, fam. Why can people not stop praising Obama? Help me out, guys. Let me know. Go ahead.
So he symbolically, it sounds good. He looks presidential. It is these things that a lot of people have been taught to look at. It's all about hero worship culture. That is why I'm against people like worshiping anybody, because it's like it has never led us down the right path. It's happening again with AOC, where people think that she should run in 2024 and that's going to be the answer to our prayers. Yeah. It is such bullshit. Like, first of all, she's not good enough right now to run for president at all. Foreign policy wise, domestic wise, she's not. You're creating this idea of a person that isn't real. And it's all about the celebrity status, the hero worship, and I think that's what happened with Obama. Now, I do have to say, from hearing the gentleman we interview, Brandon Lamar, I understand what it meant for people of color to have somebody like that when they have been pushed down as being told, like, you will never be like this, you will never be like that.
You'll never be president.
Yeah, and so I understand that initial, right, I understand that.
His mentor, Dr. Cornel West, even said that Obama is not, his legacy needs to be known, that he is the imp of imperialism. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So just because
nobody's denying that, but there's something that you or I won't understand ever, because that's something that they were told that you will never amount to anything.
And oppressed people who have somebody
that's why
that
it's so hard to break that, even though he's a fraud.
I get that. So, but then if you hit them with the facts, and then they're still like, I don't know,
Yeah, and let me tell you, a lot of young people, young black men and women, they see it. Yeah, that's why Bernie Sanders had their support. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They had their support. So tell us about what Christine Pelosi said. Well, we're going to start about
Christine Pelosi. I want to talk about the people behind the scenes praising Obama. Christine Pelosi, of course, happy Obama Day, June 14th, which we might point out is it's Trump's birthday, right? So that's why they did this.
Oh, really? I thought it was Obama's birthday.
No, it was Trump's birthday. Oh, so I think they want to, right? I'm almost positive of that. Somebody told me about that.
Trump's a Cancer?
Oh, my God.
Really?
Let's see.
Cancers are supposed to be like super like.
Yeah, his birthday was June 14th, so that's why they did it on that day.
Not like.
So he is a Cancer. My sister's a Cancer.
Yeah, Cancers are really
like
nice.
Makes sense
but they always. But here's the things that really get me. The next one, Honey Chili. Okay, A Tale of Two Presidents. And they get the little video. This is Honey Child. Is it Honey Child? Honey Chile.
Okay, I think it's Honey Child.
Honey Child or Honey Chile. Either way. But once again, they use these kind of videos to really just distort the actual view. I mean, how many children did he kill with his drone attacks? There he is.
You are president.
Oh, good. Yeah. What's your name?
Michelle.
I know Michelle. I know Michelle. One of my favorite people's named Michelle. You saw me on TV? Did I see you on TV?
Sometimes my dad watches you on TV.
Make sure everybody can see my lips.
Cheese. Now I know my ABC. Wow. That is one of my favorite stories. Do you like the story about the Sneetches?
Yeah.
We thank you very much. That was very nice of you. We thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious and stuff too. But
oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
I knew you guys would appreciate that. I knew you guys would appreciate that and stuff like that. But
I mean, you can't argue that Trump isn't the most like warm, loving person. And that's the thing. Obama, as fake as he is, he can do that. He is that type of personality that can charm people. And that's all people are looking at. And it's unfortunate, but that's what's happening.
In The Guardian, Medea Benjamin writes, okay.
That was hilarious.
I knew you guys would love that. America dropped 26,171 bombs in 2016. Mm-hmm. What a bloody end to Obama's reign. So now you see him in the classroom saying hi to the kids, and that's painted to the American people. Oh, look at Obama, he's great. Even the children like him. But behind the scenes, because we don't have a real media out there, we have independent media like us running around here trying to tell the truth. Hashtag Foreign Policy Matters, right, John?
Yep.
26,000 bombs on his last year. In his last year, Obama dropped. How many children were killed under his watch? And that's the thing that I like to point out. I don't like to point out. It's a shame to point out, but that's something we can't lose fact of, that we can't lose sight of, that his foreign policy was so awful that it was racist to the core because it dropped bombs on indigenous people all around the world. And
it's just people, again, I go back to people just don't care almost in America. We're a very egocentric country. We don't know how to point other countries on the map, whereas other people in other countries know exactly what's going on in our country. They know our politics very well. We don't pay attention to that. And, a lot of people are going to say, well, he's not perfect. He has to defend America. He has to do that. A lot of people even argue like, well, somebody's got to be on top and somebody's got to be at the bottom. That's that mentality that we have to really fight against. And it's really hard to fight against that mentality when people in America are so beaten up and so consumed by everything else. It's just really hard to fight that foreign policy battle when people just don't pay attention to it because their basic needs aren't being met. It is a very perfect situation for the oligarchs.
Watch this one that you guys have put up on the Convo Couch.
Real
Johnny,
quick.
If you have anything to say, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. It says nearly 3 bombs every hour, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's disgusting.
Can you imagine?
That was in his last year. Let me go out with a bang.
Literally.
Flint, Michigan. Powerful video.
Okay,
this is almost as upsetting as the Standing Rock stuff.
Yeah, so let's just play it. This is really bad, you guys.
That I see you and I hear you.
Oh, come on.
We invest. Can I get some water? Come on up here. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water. Everybody settle down. This is a feisty crowd.
Everybody settle down.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
What? He wet his lips. He did not drink it. He didn't sip it. He wet his lips.
There was an audible gasp in the audience. People were just like absolutely dejected. Why would you do that?
I am sure that somewhere when I was 2 years old, I was taking a chip of paint, tasting it, and I got some lead.
Yeah, that's like talking about like, well, I didn't wear a seatbelt and I'm fine. It's like, but there were tons of people that died.
Backstage, the president, sitting at the table with the criminal governor, decided to perform his stunt all over again.
Generally I have not been doing stunts here, but,
That's not what I expected. That's what Snyder did.
It felt like he minimized like what people were actually going through and struggling with. If you were actually lead poisoned, you would not be president, you would be janitor Barack Obama.
We were holding on to hope that he would declare a disaster area. A disaster would give us FEMA, it would give us pipe replacement, get engineers in here. Then we could get Medicare for all the residents of Flint. As soon as he took a drink of the water and said everything's fine, that was that.
And look at it, years later, it's still poison.
When he came here, he was my president, but when he left, he was not my president.
Yeah.
But fam, he can run up there without holding on to the rails like Trump can. And
right.
he looks good and he speaks well.
Right. And let me just add that was full-on gaslighting. Like,
full on.
Your guys are wrong. Like, look, I'm drinking this water. I'm fine. Like, it is so dismissive, so condescending, and still Flint, Michigan doesn't have clean water. Like, how can you even forgive him just for that? And those are black people that are suffering.
Yeah. Well, we also saw some poor white people over there suffering too. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's poor people all together in that
my
area.
My whole point, Pasta, is that the support that he gets a lot, he's being praised by that same community. So there are people of that same community who are aware.
Yeah. I mean, gotcha. I hear you. Also, the way the press and the mainstream media praise this guy. The exposés on Time Magazine, the Nobel Peace Prize, all this stuff. Happy birthday to Putin's bitch, Donald Trump. They can help with it. Listen, I had to put in there, got a little Russiagate going on over there. Got to throw that in there in case you need to remember what a real president looks like. Really, a real president. Fam, I think I have one of my more successful tweets. Shameless plug coming right now. Breaking news. You can be both critical of both Trump and Obama. Yes, it's very possible for two people to both suck in two separate parties. Now back to your programming. Literally, your programming.
True.
Is it possible, fam?
It is possible.
Can we be critical and say Trump sucks? Can we not say F Trump, but have to say F Obama? Isn't it the whole system of oligarchs that's really bringing us down?
Obviously. I mean, yeah. So what couple of things has Trump or Obama done?
Well, listen, Johnny, you don't have to go to any of the stuff down below. I just left it there in case you want to go to them. I'm going to read off a really quick list of not-so accomplishments in Obama's legacy. Okay, here's the list. He gave Bush absolute immunity for everything. Remember when a lot of people said when Obama gets in office, he's got to hold Bush and Wolfowitz and Cheney and all these guys accountable. They went and invaded a foreign land on a lie. They tortured people. He has to hold them accountable. And if he doesn't hold them accountable, nothing will change. He didn't hold any of them accountable. He launched 20,000 airstrikes in his first term. We talked about his last term. Well, his first term, he had 20,000. He got 20,000, 26,000, bookending how many times he bombed people in their country. He repealed the propaganda ban. He signed the Monsanto Protection Act into law. Remember the Dark Out fam? Allowing Monsanto to run free. Okay?
And they merged with Bayer afterwards.
And here's something. We have proof that they were with Bayer back in the days they were working with these people. It's dark, deep people, controlled elites, controlling people. It's disgusting. He pushed for the TPP. Remember Bernie Sanders talking against the TPP? Well, that was all Obama. He did a commercial promoting clean coal. Clean, beautiful coal. He opened up the deep water oil drilling. The BP disaster, let me tell you something. In Russia, they just had a big oil spill, state of emergency too as well. We need to stop drilling for oil everywhere. Oil and water doesn't mix. Water is life. If we don't have water, we're dead. Water's more important than food. He opened up dumping fracking wastewater directly into the ocean. He bragged about the use of drone. I'm really good at killing people, fam. Assassinated 4 U.S. civilians with drone strikes. No due process there. Deported a modern record 3 million immigrants, more than all other presidents combined. He was the deporter in chief. Trump's giving him a run for his money, but let's not forget that Obama, he really set the bar high. How about the Espionage Act? He used the Espionage Act to prosecute more whistleblowers than all previous administrations combined. In other words, Obama was the sledgehammer that says, you will not truth tell. You will be silent. You will shut your mouth. You will not tell the plebs the truth about the deep state. He sold 30 billions of weapons to the dictatorship of Saudi Arabia. Remember, everybody's like, he's going to get in there. He's going to turn his back on the Saudis. Nope, he was their friend. He went walking around them too. Promised $38 billion to Israel while committing humanitarian crimes against Palestine. Oh, God. Dropped bombs in 7 Muslim countries. Didn't bring justice to Wall Street for the economic crash. In fact, fam, he bailed them out. And what did he do to mainstream? He threw their ass out on the streets. Here's a good one. Okay, we want to talk about racist act. He backed neo-Nazis in the Ukraine. And Joe Biden gave the thumbs up to Victoria Nuland. We talked about it with Mark Sloboda the other day. Despite campaign pledges, he did not close Guantanamo Bay. He put troops in the ground in Syria, despite 16 times saying no troops on the ground. He let the CIA run rampant there. He started a new war on terror. This one was on ISIS. He admitted to directly funding ISIS, another terrorist group. So not only did he say he's against them, he was funding them. Remember, that was the whole moderate rebels? They were not moderate rebels that he was funding, and it was bullshit. Said, I believe in American exceptionalism with every fiber of my being. Started a new war in Iraq. Initiated personally oversees a secret kill list. Remember we talked about the Obama's kill list? He had his own kill list. Supported Israel's wars and occupation of Palestine. Deployed special ops to 134 countries compared to 60 under Bush. We talked about this in Africa, fam. He started sending people into Africa, bases left and right. He put drones there. And as soon as Trump came in, all Trump had to do was arm the drones. Drastically escalated the NSA spying program. We know this. Obamagate came through. They used the courts as a joke. They used a dossier to do whatever they want, to look and spy and on his political rivals. It was terrible. Signed the NDAA into law. He signed an agreement for 7 military bases in Colombia. Opened a military base in Chile. Touted nuclear power even after the disaster in Japan. Mandated the insider threat program. Defended body scans and pat-downs at airports. Signed the Patriot Act extension into law. A lot of people said that Patriot Act was going away under Obama. It did not. He started a covert drone war in Yemen. Okay, the Houthis. He bombed and killed so many of the Houthis, the poorest people in the Middle East. He killed them. Continued Bush's rendition program. Said the U.S. is the one indispensable nation in the world. Waged war on Libya without congressional approval, which we know what happened in Libya, fam. Slave state. Started a covert drone war in Yemen. I think I said that twice. My bad. Escalated the proxy war in Somalia. Escalated the CIA drone war in Pakistan. Sharply escalated the war in Afghanistan. So it was one thing after the other after the other. He allowed the Citigroup to pick his cabinet. Remember Julian Assange? Julian Assange from WikiLeaks is sitting in a prison rotting. They're not even giving the guy a radio, not even in touch with the outside world. Well, Julian Assange revealed an email where Citigroup told Obama, this is who you can pick as your cabinet. And guess what? It was the same people. The Tim Geithners, the Larry Saunders. Ignore Standing Rock, fam. We'll see how it just plays out. Mm-hmm. Flint, Michigan. Complete silence on election fraud committed by the DNC. Well, don't boo. Vote. Yeah, your ass. Protected Debbie Wasserman Schultz. He endorsed Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who got funded by private prisons and detention centers where all the people who were crying about kids in cages, well, that's what Debbie Wasserman Schultz was getting funded by, those same groups. And Obama endorsed her and killed the public opinion rather than using it as a bargaining chip to get a better health care. Yep. He had a full Democratic Senate and Republican.
Full Democratic Senate.
That's it.
And not to mention that during the Ferguson attacks, that he refused to go after the police in Ferguson, Missouri, if you guys recall. He also completely ignored that. Obama obviously was a terrible president, and people just still fall for the symbolism, the superficiality, because that's what we've taught Americans. Look at reality shows. Look at who they admire. Look at who's president. Yeah. I mean,
you're
really,
fired.
like you're. I mean, that's all we are, and that's why this country needs a really, really huge shock, and that's what needs to happen.